What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Climb Together podcast. I'm your host, Tonage, here with my co-host, Deception. Deception, say hi.
What up?
This is episode number 66, a very special episode. It's the last episode that won't be uploaded the day it's recorded.
True.
Bum ba da da! Tonage is finally caught up. Yay!
Yeah, we're
Um,
nearly 2/3 of the way to 100.
I know, literally. We're at 66. Literally 2/3. Um, but we got some exciting things this podcast to talk about. But if you're watching, I would like to ask you to stay till the end for a very important announcement. As you guys have known, Deception and I have been teasing this secret project that we've been, working on and we've been putting a lot of effort into, especially me. I've been typey every single day and clicky clacketing and spending a lot of time in Photoshop and Premiere for this project. So stay to the end to find out what it is. But before then, we have lots to talk about in the world of gaming. We're going to kind of start out with Call of Duty. We have some roster mania coming in for the CDL after the first major. Quite a few changes. I'm going to let Deception take the lead on this just because that's what Deception do. This is his area of expertise.
Yeah, I kind of carry on that side of it.
Mm-hmm. I
um,
watched Major One. Okay, I feel like I'm getting back into it.
sure, you did watch some major one.
I did. I watched all of Sunday or all of Saturday or something. I think all of Saturday, and I watched a little bit of Sunday at work. I had like my laptop pulled up on the like one of the table like one of the prep tables, so I was like making people's food, and all you could hear is just like, and then you hear like Maven casting over. Just
The
my
occasional Maven scream, and everybody's like,
oh
"What?"
my god! And every my coworkers are like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "The CDL." Okay, leave me alone. Call of Duty League. And then at one point, we were all gathered around watching together, which was pretty cool. All four of us
They
were
were all
watching.
watching it with you.
Yeah, there was all four of us just gathered around the laptop. It was like grand finals. We were all watching it. It was really cool.
Oh, you were watching. You were watching Ultra Destroy Phase.
Oh yeah, and we were all watching it together. So it was a real coworker bonding moment from yours truly.
That is funny.
But anyway, um, well, there was quite a few changes that went on because people, I don't know, like just things that weren't vibing. I mean, we kind of talked about this last week. I mean, Illy, he officially get benched, or
I don't think it's been official yet,
but like it's
but
rumored that he's getting
it's looking
benched.
more and more likely by the day.
And for those of you that don't know, there was this video that went around of Illy's one of his interviews after one of the matches at the major, and he seemed a little out of it, I guess. He was very like sporadic with his words, which is some signs of some sort of substance use. I'm not gonna say that it's true or if it's false. This is all alleged and speculation. All right, from the community.
I
Um,
mean, Illy tweeted and said that he was on caffeine, but like
mm-hmm.
personally, like
Caffeine does.
if I was Illy, like I just wouldn't have replied.
I
I
just
wouldn't
wouldn't
have
have said
said anything.
anything because like caffeine, dude, that doesn't caffeine doesn't do that shit to you unless you never drink
That's what
caffeine.
I'm saying. Is like I even said that like I've said that to like other people is like I I I mean who knows like especially high amounts of caffeine can
Unless he was like
you
on a
know
caffeine IV drip, like
yeah
and
like
or it was his
I mean
first
high
time
amounts of
ever.
caffeine can do crazy things to people, especially if they don't have a lot of caffeine. But like I have been on I have had caffeine when I haven't had caffeine in a long time, and I've had high amounts of caffeine when like I've had high amounts of caffeine before, and I have never felt like that.
No.
Like I've never felt so like jittery and shaky that I'm
I
constantly
feel like
moving around. I fumble over my words. Like
I feel like that would happen to like a kid. that was like had like a full cup of like
Yeah,
espresso.
honestly, like
You
that. The
know what I
only time
mean?
I could probably think about that ever happening to me is probably like the first time I ever had a Red Bull or
Yeah.
something. I probably was like a little bit like that the first time I had a
Yeah,
Red
but that's
Bull.
also
Whatever.
like, your psychological aspect of it too. You're like, I'm gonna be hyped up on caffeine, so then you hype
Yeah, because I
yourself
had
up even
never had
more.
that much caffeine before.
Yeah, so you hype yourself up even more because you're like, oh my god, I feel amazing. What is this? And then, you know, you're a kid, so everything's like exaggerated.
That's
Um,
true.
it's just how it is. Um,
I remember one of the first times I had Red Bull was during the Infinite Warfare beta, and I stayed up for like 40 hours playing
damn,
it.
dude, that's crazy. Too bad couldn't beat my 48-hour stream. Boom.
I think that's the longest I've ever stayed up.
I
Is
stayed
that
up for
40
like
hours?
I after my 48-hour stream, I slept for a little bit, and then my mom was just like, "Hey, can you go pick your sister up from school?" I was just like, "I have gotten 3 hours of sleep in the past 2 days, and you want me to go drive a car? Like, first off, you want me to drive a vehicle? It's like 16, 17 years old. Like, I just got my license at this point. Like, I brand new driver, and go pick up my little sister, who I like is like my child." Well, like my eyes are like falling shut. Like you want me to do that? So I took like a dry scoop of fucking, I think it was glitch at the time. I just did a dry scoop of glitch and I made it. Got home safe.
Wow, the one thing you need the most after like all like over 48 hours of sleep and only 3 hours of like the one thing you need is a little bit more caffeine.
Well, like it got me. Like I literally, I it didn't matter. Like I that caffeine lasted. Like my sister's school was like 5 minutes from our house, so I picked her up real quick, came back, 15 minutes, 20 max, and I literally immediately went down. As soon as my head hit the pillow, I was out.
Yeah,
And when I
after being awake for
realized,
that long, I don't think it would take a lot for you to probably stay awake after
yeah,
that.
and what I realized is I never like actually ended stream. So I woke up to a bunch of DMs from people being like, "Yo, Tone, your stream's still on." I was like, that's how you know I was exhausted. It's like my stream went on for another 8 hours because I woke up like I got like a couple hours, got a few hours of sleep. Like I went and slept for like 2 hours because I finished around like in the morning at some point, like 10 a.m. or something like that. My sister got out of school at 2, so I got like 3 or 4 hours of sleep after the stream. And then my mom came into my room and she was like, "You need to pick up your sister." I'm like, "Okay." So I would go and pick up my sister, come back, fall back asleep for a couple more hours, wake up, and then I like check my phone. And like my Discord is just blowing up, and my Twitter DMs are blowing up. People just be like, "Yo, Tone, your stream's still on. Yo, Tone, your stream's still on." And I'm like, I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I'm too tired for this. But anyway, what were we talking about? Oh
The
yeah,
whole
Illy.
Ellie
Illy.
situation.
Yeah, there's no way that's caffeine. It's got to be
Well,
something else or like, and it's not nerves either because if you look at like his other like interviews, like
yeah, like he's been there before. There ain't no
yeah,
way he's nervous.
like
Like he's
if it
been a
was
pro
his
for like 4 years at this point.
yeah, he's done multiple interviews. Like that's not nerves. Like if it was his first time, interviewing after a match, like then I'd be able to be like, okay, it's nerves because like sometimes you get like chalked up public speaking and everything, but like for the most part, like he like stumbles over his words, but not that much. Like he was stumbling over like
Yeah.
every single word. And it
Dude,
was
he
just like,
wasn't even like forming thoughts. Like he was just saying a couple words and then being
and like,
like,
yeah.
and then like switching and then switching again. And it was like, what?
And he's like, mm-hmm, yeah.
I mean, I can kind of understand, like, because I watched, I don't remember who posted it. It was some account that just posts clips onto YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But I watched somebody post a clip of Maniac reacting to it, and he made a pretty good point of like, yeah, if the crowd's like booing you and they're screaming and stuff, it might be like difficult to think because it is
Mm-hmm.
probably pretty loud. But like, I mean, like that's kind of like that probably factored into it a little bit, but he still exhibited like weird behavior that was more than just the crowd screaming at him.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's a decision that Seattle Surge has to make. I mean, personally, if it were me, I would bench him and figure out what's going on. Because that's not elite, you know what I mean? And like he was like out
Yeah.
slaying everybody, like he was actually going insane. And so like to bench, it's one of those decisions. You're like, do you want to keep him to keep playing like that? Like, are you ethically okay with him playing like that? and or should you bench him for a stage? Get a sub, and kind of like figure out what's going on with him. See if you can like
Well,
figure
that's the
something
weird
out.
thing is because they're already like, well, not only are other people suggesting it, but they're also looking at benching. Like, there's been rumors that they're going to bench somebody, and not only has Illy been in the conversation because of everything that happened, like Abuza's been in the
Mm-hmm.
conversation. Um, our cities didn't play that great at the major. Like, I mean, Seattle are possibly looking at like a bunch of changes
Mm-hmm.
that, like, I mean, after like all the breaking GA stuff, like, I just wonder if that roster's even gonna like if anything's even gonna come of that roster, or if this is just like a wasted year because they've broken GAs so much and they even did it at LAN that like
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that I've heard that they might not even like get to scrim for like most of this stage, which is like crazy. Like
I mean, just
they
don't
they
break
might be
GAs.
chalked.
Just don't break GAs and you'll be fine. Like, it's not that hard.
Dude, that's the weird part. I don't think that Seattle fully like understood like the repercussions of them doing it. Like
Yeah.
I think in the beginning they did it because they didn't mean to, but then like they realized that like
They got away with
people
it.
were getting mad about it, and they just started wanting to be rebels and keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, and now it's like biting, and now it's biting them again. Like they're really, I think this stage they're probably gonna see the repercussions, especially because they did it on land.
Wow. It's like actions have consequences. What? What? Mind boggling. Um, hee hee hee. I'm so funny. So some solid like confirmed roster changes come from Boston Breach and LA Thieves. It's kind of like a shuffle. Um, first Asim is back in the pros, with the pros where he belongs. The man has been grinding.
Yeah, that guy's
He's
been
been
killing it. I can't
he
believe he wasn't a pro.
well, he was, and then he got like he was on like the Rocker the first year, and I think he was
He
on
was
second
supposed
year.
to be on that LAG team this
Mm-hmm.
year before that new coach came in and brought all
Mm-hmm.
of his teammates with him.
Yeah. So, he's been grinding it on FaZe Clan Black, which is the challengers team for FaZe Clan.
They
He's been
won the
putting.
first challengers
Mm-hmm.
thing, by the way, the
Yeah.
major or whatever the challengers do.
Yeah. So, he's been proving himself, and it's good to see him back in the league. And I think him on Boston. Sorry, I have to say Boston like that because it's Boston,
Boston.
Boston Breach. Um, him back on that team, like him on that team, I think will be a good change for them. Just you know, he deserves to be in the CDL for sure, not just the Challengers League. So, um, proud of him. And then Capsule, he came in for Capsule, who's been released, so he's not even just a sub, like he's gone. Um, and then as far as LA Thieves go, Crump and Nasty have joined the squad for Cammy and Joe Deceives. Cammy has been released from his contract, is from what I've heard. So
Mm-hmm.
he's just not like he's just done on the Thieves. And then Joe Deceives has been moved to sub and allowed to play in Challengers, so he moved to take a sim spot in FC Black.
Dude,
Um,
the crazy thing about Cammy, like, and it's not like this was a bad move or anything. Like, I definitely like,
no, they definitely needed to make a
I
change. Like
I
there's something that
definitely
was.
like I think that it might end up being a good move in the long term. I definitely don't think it's like nearly as a faded of a move as like what we're going to talk about later. But the weird thing that I've been noticing about it's not the rule with a lot with like every player, but a lot of players that come from like EU, it seems like they'll have like one or two good seasons and then they'll just completely fall
Yeah,
off a cliff.
because I think
And
they
it
get
seems
like
like
that
that happened
high.
to Cammy.
I mean, they get that high. They're like, yeah, I'm doing it, and then they're like, they get like comfy, and then they're like, oh shit, like, you know
Because
what I
like
mean?
Cammy was literally like a top three
Oh
player at
yeah,
Cold War,
oh
and
yeah.
like him and MW and Cold War, like he was crazy. Like he was definitely like one of the best players in the league.
I mean, there was a reason. If he's getting released over a rookie like Joe Deceives, this is his first year in the league for in the CDL, and so like the fact that he's still like possibly in the mix for it, like he doesn't, they want to keep him in the mix, but not on the main starters, the main starting squad. So
It
like,
seems like Joe Teves is doing pretty okay. I feel like they just wanted to try to make a change, see
yeah,
what would
they
happen.
needed to make a change though. They were kind of like really struggling. I mean, like I understand like why they put together the roster that they did. It was a money issue. Like they couldn't afford like all these big salaries. That's why they let go of all these different players. Like I mean like I don't think they would have let Kenny go. Or like Kenny would they don't think they would have wanted Kenny to go, but they just couldn't afford to keep him anymore. Like he's a good player. He deserves to be paid like better than what they could afford to pay. They picked
Yeah.
up like pretty much the bottom of the barrel when it came to um not bottom of the barrel per se, but like bottom of
Well,
the
they had two
salary
challengers
barrel.
players,
About bottom of the
Cammy, who was coming
salary
off of
barrel.
being benched, and Ghosty.
Yeah. Bottom of like the salary barrel where people weren't being paid like people that didn't need to be paid a lot. You know what I mean? So, they needed to make the moves that they needed to make and
Yeah, the only
uh
player they probably paid quite a bit for was Cammy.
yeah.
Maybe they paid a little bit extra for Ghosty because he did so well on Optic, but
That's probably like they probably paid the minimum for freaking Josephs and what's
no,
his
yeah, those guys probably got the minimum.
yeah.
I feel like just about any player that comes from challengers or has not had like some sort of good like placing in the CDO probably goes for minimum.
Yeah, for sure. Um and then what was the other one that you sent me the other day? Uh scrolling,
Well, one
scrolling.
that happened like right
Pristini.
after the major that well, it happened like right after the major, and it's not like a roster. It's a roster move, but nothing changed with the overall roster.
Yo,
Is
what's up, Doc?
Eric Boom is in place of Journey on the
Oh
Heretics
yeah.
team, but
Mm-hmm.
Journey's not getting dropped or anything. He just got put on the bench.
Yeah.
It was just a simple substitution.
I
But
was just trying to see, a lot of it's like the first majors, you have your main roster, you see how they do, you give them the whole, I mean, I feel like you should give them the whole, like, stage just to kind of like, get each other's, like, get a feel for each other and everything, unless there's like an actual problem between people, not like a game issue, like people are like
yeah,
butting heads or something, like, or like someone's not like doing their job, like showing up to
I don't
scrims and
know.
stuff,
I
but
felt like of all teams to make a change like that, like just to do a substitution because they had a guy on their bench, it was probably Heretics because those five players have all played a lot together. So like
mhm.
I feel like they could probably like any combination of them could probably work. I mean,
Yeah,
roles obviously matter, but like I definitely don't think it's going to be that bad them changing a player like that.
no.
It's definitely not going to raise as much speculation as like these other roster changes.
Yeah, so another one is Royal Ravens have gotten they have released Real from their
Hmm.
roster because he had issues obtaining a visa, which is like one of those things. It's like
And he had issues maintaining a good KD.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You do have a point there, Deception. You do have a point. Um,
I mean, listen, he had never been a pro before.
that's
Like
true, and he was
he,
like apparently
him and well, GodRx didn't really have an excuse. He had not only played with pros for years at that point. He'd played pretty well. Um, Real was like he had never played in the CDL, but I
yeah,
mean, the Ravens needed to make a change really bad,
yeah,
and not only did they replace GodRx with Fellow, who was a good change. He
mm-hmm.
played really well at the major. While Real was having visa issues and they weren't even planning to drop him, TJ Halley came in and showed up at the major. I mean, that guy went crazy. So it kind of made sense for them to pick TJ up permanently for at least the
Mm-hmm.
rest of the season.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. How that goes. The
I just hope they
one
can keep the momentum going because I was kind of right.
yeah,
Even though the bracket wasn't perfect, the Ravens did go on a run.
they did go on a little bit of a run. You're right. Our bracket wasn't that bad though. Like our bracket was relatively like decent. There's only like a couple things. The rocker beating subliners messed us up a little bit. But
I don't know if anybody had rocker beating subliners though. I
and
mean,
then
subliners have been slowing down a little bit, struggling a
yeah,
little bit, but I did not think that
no,
rocker would beat them like that.
no.
I thought if rocker did beat them, it'd be like a 3-2. I did not expect them to just smoke subliners out of the winners bracket.
And then another one that I was kind of like a little shocked about was like Legion beating Heretics, you know? And then, because that kind of messed up our bracket the most,
Yeah,
I'd say.
heretics. I think heretics. I don't know if heretics won a map. Um, the whole major.
Yeah.
They
I
got
mean,
double rounded. I think.
our winners bracket was pretty accurate up until the end there.
Yeah, the big thing is I was hoping Optic would make it to the grand final,
Yeah.
and I really thought they would. They play very well.
I
It's
mean,
just
and then Ultra won. We had FaZe winning, so
yeah.
I
I thought
mean,
FaZe were. I mean, I honestly like. I think I don't think a lot of people underestimated Ultra. I felt like most people thought it was either FaZe or Ultra.
mhm,
Um, and if there was a third, it would be Optic. But
yeah.
um, Ultra just turned up. I mean,
Yeah, they really did. They
they
really
were
did.
just better than everybody else this major. They were literally a whole tier above everybody else.
Yeah, but we did pretty good. Our bracket was not that bad. Like we, for the most part, I mean, the only part that really like was bad was like I messed up like the third round of like elims. Just like I messed it up, not like we messed it up. Like I put the names in the wrong spots. We have the right names, they just put them in the wrong spots. So, that one's on me. Um, I'll take the blame for that one. But if those mistakes had not been happening, our bracket would have been even more accurate. So, but anyway, it is rumored that Legion is preparing to replace Standy on their starting lineup. And like he's good, dude. Like he's good. Like that man is, I don't know. Deception? You did? Okay.
I don't know, man. Like, oh my god. Like if only you understood. I mean, I'll tell you about it. Oh my god, that's crazy.
But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that one. I mean, there's probably gonna be more roster changes before.
I'm pretty sure it's confirmed that Standy got benched.
Yeah. Damn it.
And you know what's really bad?
Hmm.
What's really bad is I don't know if this is like it. The way that Paris Legion, the way that it has come out about what happened, it makes it seem like this is how it was. I don't know if it was for sure, but apparently Paris or Vegas scrammed FaZe Black
Hmm.
um, a couple nights ago
Okay.
before this whole thing came out.
Hmm.
The scrim FaZe Black a couple nights ago. FaZe Black absolutely slammed them. Uh,
Yep.
Geo drops like a 1.3 on him, almost a 1.4. And apparently, this is what I heard from like a reliable source. Apparently, Vegas's like GM or whatever immediately just contacted and they were like, "We want to pick up Geo."
Hmm.
Well, Geo slammed him in one scrim, and they were like, "Yep, we want it." But like for Standy, like why?
Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't. Okay, it doesn't make sense primarily from a role perspective because Geo plays AR. Like, why would you bench a sub for another AR? I know this game is a heavy AR game, but not only do subs work pretty well, a good sub is really good in this game. If you have
Hmm.
somebody who's good running the sub, they can change a game.
Oh, for
Um,
sure.
Not only that, the MCW just got nerfed, so that helps subs out a little bit. Um, and the third reason is Purge is literally the worst player in the CDO. I don't know why he's still on this team. Like Purge, Purge literally, I have never seen this happen before. The when Legion 3-0'd Heretics.
Mhm.
Do you want to take a guess at what KD Purge had? You'll never guess.
2.
No.
What?
He had a .46, and they 3-0'd Heretics. That's probably the lowest KD in a CDL event like ever, and they
Damn.
3-0'd Heretics.
Oh boy.
Obviously, they've got some sort of confidence in him if they're going to let him drop a .46 and they 3-0. But
Yeah.
that's really faded to me. Like, imagine like if they had like they kept Standy and put Geo in for Purge. Like, oh my god, like Paris or Vegas. I mean, I'm not gonna say they would be like a top 6 contender, but I feel like they definitely go up to like top 8
Oh, for sure.
because Geo looks like he's really good. They scrimmed um FaZe Black scrimmed they were playing with they were playing with 2 Optic players, Pred and somebody else, and Zuma and like somebody else. And Geo dropped like 42 or
Holy
something like that.
crap.
Like, yeah, like they were like the guy is definitely good.
Mhm.
Like he is really good. But should he ever play Standy? No.
Probably not. But alas, we are not the coaches. We are not the players. We don't know what's actually going on. We just speak based off of our own opinions about what we see and what is known to us.
Yeah, but I feel like everybody, like players and non-players, like everybody is talking about how bad this move is.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
fair.
don't think anybody thought this was a good move.
I doubt it, but you know, you don't want to know what I always say?
I
It
mean, we'll see.
is what it is.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't think it was not anywhere close to as nearly a consensus bad decision. But I mean, there were a lot of people that were skeptical of Optic picking up Ghosty, and he became their best player. So,
That's true. You got a point. You do
I mean,
indeed have.
everybody was a little bit skeptical because Optic never picked up a Challengers player, but he slammed everybody at the Boston Major for Challengers. Like, he was really good, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, should they have gotten rid of Illy for this guy?" But apparently they should have because he was really good.
Yeah, but alas,
I can't believe that going like thinking about Ghosty. I cannot believe they almost won an event in his first event.
mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody was so skeptical of them, and they got second, bro. Like, oh my god.
You know, sometimes you just gotta take a chance. And when you take that chance, sometimes it pays off. That's all I'm saying. Anyway,
I don't know.
continuing on competitive for a minute here. Um, Rio is speculated to be added to the competitive pool of maps.
It actually has been confirmed
It's
to
been
be added.
confirmed? Oh
They
shit.
added it. Well, I don't know if it's absolutely been confirmed that the pros are for sure playing on it, but it got added and ranked.
Okay.
Rio Hardpoint is replacing Terminal Hardpoint, and Rio S&D is replacing Skid Row S&D.
Okay, okay. That's what you like to hear. So, you know, another map for people to grind, you know, throw out the bad ones, put in
Rio's
some good
pretty
ones.
good. I played it some when it came out. And they had the 24/7 playlist. I heard
Yeah.
some pros talking about how the layout looked good and like the hill rotations and stuff look good. And I was like, I'll try it. Hopped in a couple pubs on it. It feels like a pretty good map. I feel like it might be pretty good for competitive.
All
We'll
right, all
see.
right. We'll have to wait and see, you know. Is there matches this weekend? Or is it still offs?
I think they have a week off and then they play matches.
Okay, okay. I couldn't remember. I've been kind of all over the place.
That's usually how it goes
This,
after the majors.
yeah, I've been kind of all over the place time wise because I've had a lot going on personally, and like, you know, the announcement that's coming out today, just content creating. Like I've been busy. I'm busy. I've been busy. All right, I've been busy. Um, but um, yeah. So What was I gonna say? Um, Next item on the list, we've got some rumors going around of the next Call of Duty for 2024. So it's confirmed that Call of Duty is not sticking to the every other year rumor that was previously in circulating. They are indeed doing every year still. So that's interesting.
That was not a shocker.
No, no, it wasn't. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Nothing. Because we don't have the power to do anything. Except for either play the game or not play the game. But, there's this game coming out. It's pretty soon. That might turn me away from COD for good. I don't know. Not for good.
I don't know if it'll turn me away from COD for good, but
definitely
I
for
definitely
a while.
won't be playing very much COD after.
That's what I meant. But whatever. If you guys don't know what game we're talking about Xdefiant. But I feel like if you guys know us, you know that's what we do around here.
That's been what we've been on for the past like a year now.
Yeah. Since we've been able to talk about it, we've been talking about it. So it's Black Ops Gulf War. So another Black Ops game. And I am a history person, so if they don't do this Gulf War justice in the campaign, I'm gonna be a little upset. I want it to be, like the World War II campaign was just chef's kiss. I want it to be like that, in a way. Like, historically accurate as possible. So, that's just my personal opinion. But, what do I know? A lot, actually. I know a lot. So that's we'll probably hear more about that as the year goes on. Probably,
Lord.
May, June, we'll find out more about the game itself.
Oh God.
What are you saying? Oh,
I really want to try it now.
Try what?
Charlie Intel said that Stash House is one of the best COD maps that have been added.
Oh yeah.
It's a teeny tiny map. It's literally like half of Nuketown. It's like one house and like the front yard, and that's it.
Update requires restart. Okay, I knew that one, homie.
When does the update not require restart?
Yeah, literally. Nick Merckx is back on Warzone today.
Yep.
Look at that.
He wants to get on that Fortune's Keep.
Yeah, he do.
I'm ready to get on that Fortune's Keep.
Yeah,
I want to play, dude.
Dude, today I am continuing my my week-long video that I'm doing. So I won't be playing Warzone today, but I probably will dabble this weekend.
I'm gonna take like a short break to eat and stuff after
the thing
after we finish the podcast and everything, and then I want to play Warzone, bro. I want to play Fortune's Keep so bad.
Do it. All right. So that's we can go into that, I guess. The roadmap for season 2. We can kind of delve into that real quick. Let me just pull it up. Just give me a second. Deception, give me some background Jeopardy music.
I think the roadmap looks pretty good for season 2, to be honest.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Do 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 do. Okay, found it. Is it? There we go. Okay.
Is it?
Sweet. All right. So looking, we're just gonna go into depth on this a little. Can I zoom on this? I cannot. All right. Well, I guess I'll pull it up on my phone too. So I can zoom, so I can read. I have really bad eyesight, guys. I need new glasses. Okay, not as bad as Deceptions, but I do need new glasses, so it's getting harder.
The glasses don't even work for me. That's the bad part.
Yeah.
I'm just chalked.
That's okay. It's okay, Deception. You're still nasty anyway. You're so nasty. All right. Zooming in on my phone so I can read better. Print too small. So we're gonna start with the top left here. I use my little Jack Sparrow to highlight it for you guys. It's the top left. So we're gonna talk about Warzone first. We have Fortune's Keep Resurgence returning, which is what Seption's super excited about. Um,
Yeah.
Couple other thing, Warzone ranked play resurgence, which is pretty cool. Um, Power ups for zombies. For Modern Warfare 3, just the multiplayer stash house 6v6 is coming. Vista 6v6, Departure 6v6, Operation Tin Man, a new ward mode map. Stay tuned, guys. I have a
Honestly, the 6v6 maps look pretty good.
yeah, they do.
But I
Um,
am way more excited for Stash House than anything else. It looks
Dude,
so fun. It's so
I am
tiny.
excited for Operation Tin Man. We need another war mode map. Like we
Yeah, I want to play that
need it's
really bad. I want to see what they've added. I want to see if they've. I want to see mainly like what pieces there are and the
mm,
like what your objectives are
mm,
on the different parts of the map. But I
yeah.
also want to see if it's like if they added new stuff, if this is
Mm.
like a new map, or if they are still going with the remastered stuff where it's like they just put three old maps together.
Yeah. Well, if you guys, Deception, if you want to know that information, and you don't have time to play it because you're too busy playing Fortune's Keep, next Thursday I have a video coming out breaking down Operation Tin Man. So you could always just watch that. Hashtag plug. Hashtag
I'll
shameless.
definitely watch that.
Yeah. So I'll go. It'll be going in depth on that one. Just like my 16 tips for and tricks for Warzone. Not for
Yeah,
Warzone, for
I
Warmord.
want to try Stash House so bad.
I know, dude.
You see the picture of Stash House right there? That's like 90% of the map.
Yeah, I love small maps. Some
You
more
see
maps.
they have a pizza on the they have a pizza on the roof.
There's a pizza on the
Breaking
roof.
Bad Easter egg. There's a
Hmm.
pizza on the roof somewhere.
I like that. Hold on, Marissa's texting me. They just got out of class. All right, so and then we have three maps that are coming in season. DOS House Remastered, Skid
That's gonna be
Row,
fun.
uh, Skid Grow, sorry, which is a variant, and then Airborne, which is another variant.
Yeah, those are variants for the horde point that's coming.
Yeah,
That's gonna be fun. I'm
yeah,
excited
it
to play
is.
that.
And then we have modes. We have team gun game, which is pretty cool, I think. Snipers only. I love snipers only. In season, we're getting bounty, and then there's horde point LTM, and then Juggermosh LTM, which is coming later in season. New warlord later in season called Curious. There's gonna be a new schematic for Modern Warfare Zombies. In season. New Dark Ether Rift in season. New story mission in season. All these things are in season because they really don't care about Modern Warfare Zombies that much.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
it's kind of weird that they made a mainly zombies themed season with the Walking Dead crossover
and
and
then they
the
didn't do
zombies themed
shit.
battle pass, and like all the zombie stuff doesn't come for another like month and a half.
Yeah,
Like, okay,
literally. It's like they don't care about us. They don't. They really don't care about the zombies. And then
I
we're gonna
have
have.
just learned that if it's not Treyarch zombies, I shouldn't expect anything
Yeah,
out
that's
of
true. That's
it.
fair. So we got some new weapons coming to the season. There's two guns that are coming with. It says the Ram 9 is one of them, the BP50.
Yeah, the
And then
BP50 is the F2000
yeah,
from the old MW2, and the Ram 9 is the SMG version of the Ram.
okay. And then we've got two weapons coming in season, the SOA Subverter and then the Soul Render, which is like a sword, so you'll be catching me running that.
Apparently, the SOA subverter thing is like the ARX 160, which we haven't seen since like technically we haven't seen it since Infinite Warfare.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
All right. Um and then there's some more aftermarket parts that are coming to play here. It looks like there's a chainsaw in the
Yeah,
picture.
there's a freaking chainsaw under barrel for a gun.
I love that.
I know
Definitely.
one of the aftermarket parts that's for week one that got leaked is there's a aftermarket part the um for the longbow that
Hmm.
gives it iron sights. That's pretty cool.
Okay. And then there's two new operators coming into play for the regular battle pass, Kate Laswell, and then for the Black Cell, John Doe. The events that are happening are Horde Hunt, the Year of the Dragon, Cryptid Boot Camp, The Walking Dead, Fear the Living, and then in season Vortex Decay's Realm. If you guys didn't know already, we are
There's another
getting.
vortex event.
Oh my god, you get Rick Grimes with the Battle Pass?
Yep.
Dude, I love The Walking Dead. And I normally don't buy stuff on Call of Duty because I'm broke. But Michonne is my favorite character from The Walking Dead. So I'm legally obligated to buy her skin and run around the map with katanas. I'm legally obligated to run around the map with katanas with a Michonne skin. It's necessary. And then there's two uh in season skins coming for Dune Part 2 or two packs.
One big thing that's coming is I don't think full Warzone ranked is back yet, but they're gonna have a ranked resurgence.
Hmm. Yeah, that's in there. It's in
You're gonna get to play Fortune's Keep, Vondel, and Ashiga Island, and it's gonna be
yeah,
ranked.
it's in there. I think it's coming
That's gonna be good.
I think it might be today, I don't know. But alas, that is season 2. I'm very excited. It's out now, I think. Yeah. So if you guys want to give it a go for it after the podcast. Y'all know how we do up in here. You could stay here. You can play and listen. You could do both.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you know what's gonna be cool that I thought about is the ninja vest is coming, so
yeah.
you'll have you'll have dead silence without having to run the boots.
Oh,
So now you can like in ranked and stuff, you can run lightweight boots and be freaking shotsy and just flying around the map.
yeah.
And you can also run the ninja vest. So not only are you flying around the map like a maniac, you're silent.
Ugh. But so that's season 2. Um, for us, launches. It's already launched, so you know how we do in this podcast. We start the podcast whenever something actually happens, or things happen the day after the podcast. So that's how that's how the world rolls. One last
Yeah,
thing,
there will probably be something that comes out literally after the podcast, if I had to
probably.
guess.
Yeah, it usually does. Um, it like usually like sometimes it's like 5 minutes after we end the podcast, and we're like, "Are you kidding me, dude?" Um,
Yep.
one more thing COD related, and then we're gonna move on to another topic. TSM is looking to get back into Call of Duty, which I think is kind of interesting because they're at like a their like staff is like 8 people right now. So
Yeah, it's kind of funny that like of all times for them to want to get back into COD, it's when they have like basically nobody to do it
yeah, so my
with.
guess is they're gonna pick up a challengers team and run in challengers.
They'll
Um,
probably either pick up a challengers team or like a challengers team that like doesn't have like backing. They're probably just gonna go get them.
yeah.
If I had to guess, because it's TSM and it's like the name and stuff.
Hmm.
It probably wouldn't be a bad idea for them to try to go get one of the best challengers teams because
Yeah.
they would probably see TSM and be like, "Ooh, let's
Oh,
do it."
TMCM, let's get on that. Because it's a well-known name. Like, I mean, where the state of the org is not uh is not a good example of what the org is capable of. And what has done in the past and like their
Yeah,
reputation. So
they're definitely a bit of a rebuild right now,
yeah,
and
I feel like a lot
starting
of
with COD could be a good idea.
yeah. Um,
Because COD's about to go through a rebuild, so
yeah.
we'll
So
see.
I mean, the whole esports industry is going through a rebuild right now. We talked about that last week, with just kind of a bunch of stuff. So if you guys, want to learn more about that, that episode goes live Friday, on my YouTube. So if you guys want to hear, if you guys weren't here last Wednesday and want to hear about that, that's where that is. I really went on a rant in that one. I carried that podcast. which is a change from Deception usually carrying these things when it comes to Call of Duty. So I'm glad I was able to finally have one in my court. Um,
Yep.
so yeah, I mean, like, that's kind of like where I think they're gonna be going. I mean, might as well. Uh, there's no better time than the present.
Yeah, it is worth noting that they did give COD a try before. So this won't be their first rodeo, but the last time they were in COD was in BO3, and it was way different back then. So
Yeah, it's true. Different league, like a lot has changed. So we'll see. Good luck to them though. I mean, it's always hard seeing these big companies fall because or like fall down, I guess, because it's we all want the gaming world to succeed, or at least I hope so.
it's just like I just hope TSM gets a rebuild because it was crazy
Mm,
how popular they were. Like they
mm,
not only had some of the better esports teams, they had some of the biggest content creators. Like, and then it all just kind of fell apart. So hopefully they can come back pretty strong.
yeah, we'll see. So I want to go into kind of our last like main topic, I guess. It might take a while. The 100 Thieves in Pokemon collection, which launches this Saturday. There's been a lot of controversy over it, apparently, because,
Hey, you can carry this. I don't know nothing about it.
yeah. So, if you guys didn't know, 100 Thieves is, doing a collaboration with Pokemon. They have a whole line of stuff coming out, which, like, personally speaking, like, it looks pretty good. Like, I personally am a fan. Like like being able to like see something big with like as big as Pokemon collaborate with one of these organizations. It's got to be a dream come true. So here's like a broad look at like the collection. Um, can't really see it that great, but I can't really zoom in much more.
Did I forget that Nice Wig is still on 100 Thieves?
Yeah, me too. I just always forget that he exists, and then I'm like, oh yeah. And this 100 Thieves posted merch drop, and I'm like, oh, he exists.
Yeah,
But so,
because he's always in like the merch drop, so he doesn't. I don't think he really does a lot else.
yeah. So the main controversy, I guess, is over these three shirts right here. Is how simple they are, I guess. And but the thing is like that's not the only thing that's in the drop. There's the simplicity
The thing
aspect of
is
it.
like, I don't understand how people can like, I don't understand how people can say like something like that is simple when there are shirts that are the same thing, where it's just like a white colored shirt, a cream colored
With like
shirt, and
Supreme on it.
it could have even like a smaller logo in like the
Mm-hmm.
corner, and people
Mm-hmm.
would buy that. But they
Mm-hmm.
look at that and they're like, oh, it's too simple.
And the thing is like Counter Thieves can never win because they're either too intricate, too style, like too intricate or too simple. Like people want it more simple, they go simple, they hate it. Like come on, like this thing is like this jacket right here that I have pulled up. It actually has like footprint, like Pokemon footprints in it, which is pretty
That
cool.
jacket's pretty fire.
Yeah. So that's and a lot of these designs are really, really, really cool, and people are just focusing on like the main four the basic teas of the drop. Like there's so many
That
more.
orange
Like
one's pretty lit.
yeah, I do like the orange one. Charizard.
I don't know. I just don't understand that because it's like you said, it's like somebody would say that that's too simple, but they would buy a shirt that's the same thing just with
Mm,
Supreme on it,
yeah,
and they buy it for more, and it's like okay,
yeah.
like
Well, like the thing is like Nate Chat did a whole video on it like um the other day, just kind of like explaining his like point of view and everything about it, and like the man, like, he just had a kid, okay? You don't need to be dogging him over a collab that he's super excited about. Like, it's every person's dream to be able to like have the thing that they like their thing be a part of what they're doing now. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's like awesome. So like, I don't know. Personally speaking, I think it's a great line. I think it's really like intricate designs, and I personally would love to get something from this line. Can I afford it? No, but do I like it? Yes. Um, So, um, but I don't understand like why people are so upset about it. Also speaking on Nate Shot, I guess, in 100 Thieves. He's streaming today for the first time since his daughter was born.
Yep.
It's been 50
And he got his
days.
Twitch partner back.
Yep. So he looks.
Everybody's coming back for Fortune's Keep.
Yeah. She's like, it's time. It's like I spent the time with my kid.
I think the last time he was doing anything on stream was like ranked.
Mm,
Like he was like, well, ranked wasn't out yet, but he was like scrimming and stuff.
yeah.
When it was obviously like that month period when COD first comes out.
Yeah,
When
like
everybody comes back.
he's been playing, but he's also been like he doesn't want to put those long hours in that streaming requires because he'd rather he also has like a business that he runs and a new kid and like spend time with your daughter. I think if you guys don't understand that, then you're screwed. What I missed? Sorry, late. Forgive me. We've been just talking about Call of Duty and the league and stuff, and now we're on to Pokemon 100 Thieves. But like, yeah, I don't know. I'm glad to see him back though. I've been missing some Nade Shot streams. I do watch him during the day when I do my homework, so I hate to say it, but sometimes he like has like these little tidbits about like, the esports world, and I just like to catch it firsthand because if not, then I get it on Gamer Update from Jake Lucky. So, it is what it
I
is.
love Jake Lucky.
Me too. If you guys don't follow Jake Lucky, go follow the man. Like he really like knows. He covers a lot of gaming news. He was on a bigger channel before, but something happened, so he started his own thing, and he's putting in the work. And go give him some love. If you guys don't already follow him. That's not paid promotion. I just genuinely like the guy. I think he's a good creator. So,
I've been watching him for a hot minute now.
yeah, he kind of does some of the similar stuff that we do. He just kind of covers it on a day-to-day basis. We only do it once a week, so yeah. So that's all I really had to talk about. Like mostly all the things that we kind of had, scheduled to talk about, other than like a couple other things. But anything else in the gaming world going on that? Or
Not that I know of.
all right. So Caleb,
Aside from us being addicted to Power
by us you mean you? I have not touched the
Yeah.
game. I just watched the TikToks and stuff.
You
and,
haven't
videos.
played it yet, bro.
Dude, I haven't had time. Dude. I am in the workshop consistently. I'm a full-time student and a creator and I'm a businesswoman. I'm a CEO. Okay, I just picked up that women's X Defiant League. Like, give me some breath of fresh air.
That is true.
I got a lot of things I've got going on. I'm engaged. I got a partner, who I want to spend time with, and who's also a full-time student. I have a job, like a part-time job. Like, let me live, bro. Let me live. But so how's Powered going? Yeah, Xifying
It's fantastic.
W's. It's fantastic. You got a sweatshop going yet?
I've put in probably getting close to like 60 hours.
Holy crap. Dude.
Hey, the most of the 60 hours are just on Xbox. I bought it on Steam. I've been playing that too. Let me go look at my hours.
Show us the hours.
I know I had
Show
almost 50. I almost had 50 on Xbox.
Holy crap. $50?
So I'm at like I have 16 on Steam, so I'm at like almost 70 hours actually.
Oh my god, dude. What the heck? Crazy. Oh my goodness.
If you think 70 hours like in the week and a half since the game came out, like just wait till I start playing X Defiant. I might hit 100 hours in the first week.
Fair enough. Listen, man, X Defiant, I'm gonna be grinding. That's why I've been working so hard. Is like I've been working so hard on everything, like all my content, trying to get things like pre-done as much as I can and like, stockpiled, I guess, and like get all this paperwork that I have to do. I have to do so much paperwork every single day. It's crazy. Um,
Dude, the thing about X Defiant is like I haven't really felt like this about a game since I started streaming.
mhm.
Because I haven't played a game that made me feel like this since I started streaming.
That's
But
fair.
like Power World, I could probably stream it for a while, but it ain't like X Defiant. X Defiant, like if I wanted to stream X Defiant the entire time I played it every day, I'd be like one of those crazy streamers that stream like 10 to 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like,
um, dude, I just like I've been like in the workshop just trying to get all this stuff done. So when the game comes out, all these things are in place. I don't have to do anything more behind the scenes for my business.
true.
Because I'm a businesswoman. I got my school that I gotta do every day. So like, obviously that comes first, but I'm trying to like get everything else. Like I'm trying to get ahead and work really hard to get ahead so that when this game comes out, I can, grind it kind of like I did when Modern Warfare 3 just came out. But I was
Yeah, you
also,
gotta hit the camo grind on X Defiant. I don't know what
dude,
that's looking like, but I'm excited for it.
yeah, I'm moving through on the I've got all the ARs done and all the battle rifles done, minus the RAM. Um, so
The RAM.
yeah.
You gotta do the RAM.
Well, yeah, but it's not one of the base ones, so I still gotta
It still
level it.
counts though.
I know. But
Would you rather do all the DLC guns and not have to do like riot shield, knife, launchers?
I'm not sure, but I want to get them all gold. Like I want to get all the guts gold, but that's the goal anyway. Until like I decide that I'm done with the game. And once I finish all the guns, that's when I'm done. They can
You
keep
get
it.
it done before X Defiant, 'cause I don't think you'll be playing much.
No,
God.
probably not. I'll probably do like one stream where I'm like, okay, guys, I'm gonna play for 10 hours, 5 hours on X Defiant, and then 5 hours of Call of Duty, and then
Yeah, and you're
rage quit
nine and a
after.
half hours into X Defiant, and you're like, wait, I was
Wait,
supposed to
what?
be
I was
caught.
supposed to be COD today. What the fuck? Yeah, that's how it's gonna be. Um, but yeah. But we've been just grinding. I've been really like trying to get ahead. I've been doing. Today will be 7 straight days of uploading to my YouTube channel. So my goal for February is to upload every single day, and I'm doing it so far. I gotta edit some more I gotta edit like 3 videos tonight or something like that.
Oh,
To
it technically, well, I don't know if it technically counts towards your upload schedule or not, but we get a good video coming out in
Yeah,
20 minutes.
it's not technically doesn't technically count. It is 20 minutes, so dude, I'm so excited. Trying to like burn time. Um, but yeah, so I've got like 2 gilded videos that I have to edit. One comes out tomorrow, one comes out Saturday,
Oh,
and
Lord.
I'm editing the rest of the granny tonage footage so we can get the rest of
Oh,
the parts
my. I
out.
can't wait for
I
that.
fucking that's one of my I gotta bring Granny Tonage back. Maybe once I start streaming again, like when X Defiant comes out, uh, that's what it's looking like. It looks like I'm gonna start full time streaming again when X Defiant comes out, just because like I'm doing so many YouTube things right now, and a lot of it's like off camera, recording and everything, um, and I really don't have like the time between all the paperwork and editing that I do and homework. Like I
Dude.
don't have the time to like sit down and play for like long stints of time.
That's true.
So
You really haven't had that since you started college.
yeah, like I play for like a couple hours every day, but like I don't play like for like I like when I stream, I like to stream for like at least 3 hours
Yeah,
unless
it's
it's
not
the
like when you
podcast.
were like on summer break in high school,
Or
starting at
like
like
COVID.
7 a.m. and playing for like 12 hours.
No, dude, I wouldn't even start at 7 a.m. I would start at 4 my senior year. I'd start at 4. Um, I'd start at 4 a.m. I'd wake up. I'd literally just like get out of bed, brush my hair quick, throw on a shirt and pants, and I'd go sit down in my chair if I wasn't already sleeping in said chair. And then I would stream, and then at class would start. So I'd be like, all right, guys, I'm gonna raid out. And then I'd raid out, do classes. During class, I would edit and like do other shit like graphics and stuff. And or like play video games
Yeah,
during class. And then
we need
after
those
class,
vibes back for X Defiant.
I would stream again. Well, the thing is like that was when I was like living by myself. Now I live with Briss, and they need sleep. So like, I'm not gonna wake up at 4 a.m. Wake them up. Who are like Briss already doesn't sleep well, so like I don't want to wake them up, and
That's true.
so maybe I was in I did class online my senior and junior year because of the pandemic uh of high school, so I was able to just edit in class. So because I have two monitors, so I just had one monitor with my school stuff on it, and then one monitor with my gaming stuff on it. It was the way. It was the vibe.
Yeah,
Um,
Tone was like checking into class, saying she was here, and then
yeah.
just grinding.
I would just be in the class listening, but I'd be editing. Like I wouldn't really be paying that much attention. But I graduated, so you win some and you lose some, and I won. Um, but like maybe I was on that grind. Maybe once like sorry, I have to text Chris back. Or their little baby cousins coming, to visit our dorm, on their way to an airport. So we gotta clean up and baby proof our room, clean up because
Dude,
we're not.
Charlie and Dylan making me want to play Stash House really bad.
Oh, dude. Well, you can play after this, but
Because Charlie Intel said, like, at first, Charlie Intel said it's one of the best new COD maps that has been added in the recent years.
ooh,
And, like, a second ago, they just tweeted and said, correction, Stash House is one of the best COD maps ever. And they said, goodbye, shipment.
damn, that's saying something. But anyway, going back on that, like I feel like once Rissa and I move into our apartment in August, I'll be able to stream more just because um our like we have a two-bedroom apartment. Oh, computer, please. Computer. Computer.
Two
Okay.
bedroom apartment's
Yeah.
pretty good.
We have a two-bedroom apartment. And so we have our bedroom in one room, and then we have an office, which is on the other side of the apartment.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's a small apartment, so it's not like super far, but there's like an entire hallway, um,
Yeah, it's not
between
like you're,
us.
like, on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, there's a whole entire kitchen in between the two bedrooms. So, we'll have the office, and we'll probably soundproof it, just for everyone's sake. I feel like we live on the third floor of an
Yeah.
apartment building, so like
Soundproofing is probably a good idea.
and it's an old building, and it's got thin walls, from what I've heard. Uh, so we'll probably soundproof the office and probably other places. Anyway, um, so probably then I'll probably be able to stream like that again, long hours, but school comes first, obviously. So um, and summer I plan on bringing back story mode summer, but actually like doing it the full way that I want to this time, and not just like streaming games, but like actually editing and upload videos on them too.
Yeah.
But that's just that was something that I just like we were doing a lot of traveling this past summer. And I was working like 6 days a week,
Yep.
some of the time doubles, so I just was drained all the time. So when I was home and Riss was home, I just wanted to spend time with them. So anyway, not the point here. But it's like we're like 13 minutes away. So I'm gonna end the podcast here. I'm gonna stay live though. So if you guys are watching the podcast, the video that we're about to react to live on stream will be linked below. So go check it out.
Yep.
Um, but yeah. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of Climb Together podcast. This has been episode number 66. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you like, follow, subscribe. We stream this podcast live every Wednesday at 12 p.m. EST, except for next week, because next week is Valentine's Day and we're doing a special episode for you guys. So it'll be later in the day. It'll probably be like 4, or like 3.
That would be fun.
3 or 4 will be the episode. Special Valentine's Day one for you. So make sure you guys tune in for that if you guys are, watching this before then. Or if you guys are watching it on YouTube, it's the next one. So in the playlist. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. Deception, say bye.
Bye.
See you guys next time. Peace.